And we're live.
Hey, we're here.
Welcome to Beer Shark.
Wow.
Version fucking whatever.
Episode
yeah.
85, I think.
I love you, Jack.
We're here in the sub-north. Back up here in Deegan.
Yeah, and I love being in the north. It's not the same north that I'm used to. It's not the north I love.
Doesn't have the jewel.
It doesn't have the goddamn jewel. Oh, cheers.
Cheers. What have you been up to, man? It's been a little while.
Went on a date with a woman. I went on a date with a woman. She came to my house to have a couple of drinks. That ended in disaster.
Oh.
Yeah, the guy next door turned up at his home, and I had to...
Is this the gay gentleman?
No. He's not a homosexual. He's just like a regular dude, owns the place next door. Just a young guy, but I'm in New Farm, young guys own mansions there. And he turns up and he's got a couple of his friends there, and they're real preppy guys, like wearing all the, like looking good looking young lads, you know what I mean?
Strapping kind of firefighter kind of dudes.
Right, and I'm on the balcony with this girl who's come over, she lives local. It's sort of like, I guess, a kind of like a date sort of thing. I don't know, I like her, I guess, And she comes over and we're sitting on the balcony, and then these good looking guys turn up next door. I'm like, would you just fuck off? Like, what? I don't need competition when I'm on the balcony, you know what I mean?
I think that might be a good reason why people come to your house. If you're like, hey, come over, I'm in New Farm. You're in the upper echelon.
Right.
Which means you got to compete with the wolves.
Yeah, well, I didn't like it when these wolves turned up. Anyway, I talk shit to people from my balcony, so I was just like, yo, hey, man.
Did you do a video?
Yes.
Yeah.
But not of them. I got a video later, guy on a scooter. Anyway, these guys...
You pick on the scooter guy.
You deserve it. So these guys turn up, and I'm like, hey, and they're all friendly and drunk, They're like, hey, man, what are you doing? It's Saturday afternoon. Hey. He's like, I've got George Clooney's tequila. And I was like, you do? He's like, yeah, I'm splashed out. I got this fancy tequila, right? And now...
I don't buy anything celebrity endorsed.
No, it's all mixed in a bathtub. I should preface this story by saying that the guy who used to live with me, Adam, has moved downstairs. He's in Unit 1 now, okay?
Okay.
I couldn't live with him because he was too gross. You know that. You met Adam. He's kind of gross guy. He would make food in the kitchen and then touch all the doors of the cupboards in the kitchen with his dirty hands. Is like food hands, so there would be like crusted bits of like raw chicken, and then just open the fridge, shit like that. Really gross.
He always used to come down, and he's like, I'm about to go for a jog. I'm like, fuck that. That's what he looks like before the jog.
Yeah, man.
Woo!
He's a big, 120 kilos of Lebanese hell. Big, big guy.
Yeah.
Gross guy. I couldn't stand it. I'm like, you got to move downstairs. I said to him, because my girlfriend's moving in, and of course my girlfriend, instead of moving in, dumped me, so that didn't happen. And then Adam moved downstairs, so he's in the unit directly below me.
He's the swamp boss.
He's wondering why I've kicked him out. He doesn't understand, but he's a nice enough guy, and I say hello to him sometimes on the stairs. So that's happened. Now there's this guy out the front of my house. I've got George Clooney's tequila. I got a date sitting next to me. The guy goes, do you want a shot? I'm like, I do want a shot. This girl, she's already just like, this isn't going to go well. She said to me, don't do anything silly,
You're about to get date raped by a New Farm tequila scooter man.
Exactly. So I say to the guy, just chuck it up, throw it up to me on the balcony, throw it up to me. He's like, oh no, I'm pretty.
Bottle of tequila?
Yeah, he's like, I'm a bit drunk. I'll walk up the stairs. I'm like, no, you will do no such thing. You'll throw that bottle up to me on the second floor balcony, right? He's like, if you say so. Now, this lady who's at my house is going, this is a bad idea. I don't think you should do that. I'm like, take it easy, pussycat. All right, dude.
And this is all to distract from the handsome gentleman.
I don't know. I just want some tequila now, right? I mean, I'm annoyed that they've turned up because they're taking the shine off my bowling ball, but whatever. So I'm like, throw it up to me. He's like, all right. And he throws it, and the throw isn't strong enough, and I don't catch it, and it falls down somehow onto the balcony and smashes inside Adam's bedroom on the first floor. So he's got George Clooney's tequila smashed all in his bedroom, and I hear him, and it's Adam, and he's just like, what the fuck? What the fuck is this shit? What the fuck? Right? And I'm like, Adam, are you there? He's like, what the fuck is this? Right, and I'm like, oh man, sorry, man, this kid was throwing shit. It's like fucking.
You blaming the guy?
Yeah, and Adam sticks his head out. I was like, he did it, and he's like, what the fuck? And the guy's like, I'm so sorry. He's like, oh, yeah, he's a kid. He's like, I'm so sorry.
How old's this kid?
Oh, he's like in his early 20s. He's like, I'm sorry. I was passing it up. I was passing it up to him, and I didn't throw it hard enough, right? And I've got to see this, right? So we go down into Unit 1 into Adam's room. It's just fucked, and there's glass and tequila just everywhere. And Adam's so sweet. He's just like, it's okay, bro. Don't worry, it's okay. It's all right. I'm like, it's not all right. This is fucked. And the kid's like, oh, I'll clean it up. I'm like, yeah, you should. It's your fault.
You've already banned him from coming up the stairs, but now you're making him come up the stairs to clean up the mess that you made?
Well, he threw the thing.
On your
I didn't throw the thing. See, now you sound like her now. Because she said that it was my fault.
Was she on my side now?
She's totally on your side.
Yeah.
Then we went to Andy Davis's housewarming where she retold the story, trying to make out like it's my fault. And all my mates, of course, are just sort of like, no, that's all on him. Jim just wanted a whiskey, that's all.
To be fair.
You can't.
Bad throw. Have a better throw.
Well, you're an adult.
Hit the gym.
Yeah. He's thrown it like absolute pus. So, Adam has to suffer. He's like, I'm so sorry. And then we sort of clean it up a little bit, and then he had some Galliano, and he wanted to come up and give us some of that. And ironically, I ended up giving these couple of guys a drink, and they come up the stairs, and this friend of mine's telling this guy, James really shouldn't have done that, like that was uncool. This guy, oh no, it is kind of like my fault. I'm like, it's 100% your fault. You goddamn silver spoon motherfucker. You got George Clooney's tequila. In a way, you gave it to Adam.
Congrats, Adam.
Yeah.
You got some Clune.
There you go. A little bit of Clune. And anyway, so they fucked off. They had somewhere to go. And now I'm still sitting on the balcony with this girl who's no longer attracted to me. Obviously, I'm an idiot. And we're just getting wafts of this intense tequila.
In clouds.
Oh, dude. It was so strong. She's like, oh, can you smell that? I'm like, I'm fucking swimming in it.
You've got a worm in your hair.
Yeah. Yes. It was very, very strong. Anyway, so that's what happened to me. And then,
thinking about Clooney, because he's a very classy gentleman. He's a silver fox.
I love the Clune.
He's a king of his class,
Mm-hmm.
And there's no better way for a bottle of his finest to go than New Farm, Brisbane, Queensland.
Yep.
Some dude yelling from his balcony going, yeah, throw it up here. I'll come up. No, you won't.
I don't want him in the house.
You'll come up. You'll throw it up.
Yeah.
And then I'll throw it down.
And then you'll
sip. Fuck off.
That was the vibe. I don't want him interrupting my date, right? Also, oh, I'm sorry. Don't get it on the H6.
Oh, the wrong pipe. Got to go the right pipe.
Oh, dude. How you doing? That is all over you.
That was like a half a glass of water.
Jack, that is all over you.
That's no good.
Don't worry, we've got more.
Thank God. Got
Cheers.
There you go. Sippy cauldron.
For a second, I thought that the tablecloth was covered in water because it's like a weird drippy like design on the tablecloth. And I thought, holy fuck, it's all over here. It's all over my fancy new phone. Got a fancy new phone, Jack.
New phone.
Shout out to Sabrina Laurie. She has gifted me the iPhone 8S. And I can tell you, it takes a better picture than my old phone. I'm very, very happy with it. And now when I answer the phone, I say, hello, James Matthews speaking on my new phone. Hello. Hello.
It's very clear. It's very crisp.
Yeah. How do you like it? Send you a photo. What do you want?
You got like a voiceover voice going on? It's like, this is James.
This is James.
This is James.
On my fancy new phone. Now, there's such a thing, I think, as an iPhone 12 now.
12 Pro S.
Whatever it
X.
is. So this is basically an obsolete piece of technology that I couldn't be prouder of. I'm walking around. It's not even like... I used to walk around with my phone in my pocket. Some of it was shame.
Well, yours is newer than mine. I've got an 8.
Well, that's good,
This
Jack.
is the 8S. So you're... Yeah.
Yes.
I'm jealous. That's nice. That looks great.
Well spotted, Jack. It is quite good. And, I don't even want it in my pocket anymore. I want to walk around with it just holding it because I kind of feel like I want to show it off. Also, it's really large. It doesn't fit in my pocket. I'm very uncomfortable with anything large down the front of my pants. It feels wrong. It doesn't belong.
Perhaps we could bring back the armbands that we used to have for iPod Nanos. Remember those?
Yes.
And the clear
this is
armbands.
heavy as fuck. Feel the weight of that.
That's got some heft.
That's
I've got a couple of iPhone 3GSs.
Bricks in it.
That's a solid unit.
yeah. That's
I miss
true.
those. Those
Yeah.
are nice.
This is your big boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, speaking of horsepower, you've been doing some work to your vehicle.
I've been tinkering.
Yeah. What's happened today? What's the news?
Friday, I put a bucket seat in. 2019 Sparco Sprint.
Ooh.
Too small for me, so I used a bit of wood to stretch it as you would with any expensive item that you buy brand new.
Stretch it out so you can fit inside. Good job, Jack.
And then
I hear you. I hear
bust out the artillery.
Goddamn right.
And then today I put some coilovers in, some BC Racing coilovers, and it's dropped my car about 3, maybe 4 centimeters.
I noticed that it was lower. We just went down there and had a look at it just now. I noticed that it was lower. I tried to climb inside, and it's interesting that it's interesting that my ass doesn't fit in that chair.
You got the childbearing hips.
I have a bigger ass, and it's not even that big right now. I'm skinny. I've lost 10 kilos. I'm like the skinniest I've been in a long time. That said, my ass says no.
John Lennon in the front, Lizzo in the back.
Man, I got some bulk in this trunk.
Yeah.
Yeah. I sat in your chair and it was like, there was like, interestingly enough, 3 centimeters ground clearance. I couldn't get my butt down there. But you manage. See, that annoys me that my ass is bigger than yours. That irritates me. I want your ass to be bigger than mine.
It should be.
It should be. It feels like it should be.
I'm definitely
but
pudgier
actually not.
in body and in spirit. I have like a more of a fat guy spirit than you, I think.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, but I gotta get the ass.
Yeah,
the
I've got
bulk in the bum.
I feel like I've got a little bit of the Farley joy in me.
Yeah,
that kind of jolly old.
Fuck yeah, man! How
Yeah.
good's Chris Farley? Jesus, man.
Love Farley.
Love Farley. So I'm thinking about bringing back a few jokes. I'm doing 7 minutes on Thursday night. It's the first sort of stand-up I've done in a long time. I don't know if I should go classic or if I should tell these. This news, I've got this fucking stupid joke. I sent it to you. I've sent it to a couple of people, because you stop being funny or you don't know how to be funny or it's been a while since you told jokes. If I write a joke now, I don't have the confidence. Like 6 months ago, not 6 months, yeah, it would be like 6 months ago, I could write a joke and I would know if that's a funny joke or not. I would know. Okay, yep, that's going to work. That's funny. That's gone. That's all gone. Now I don't know what's funny anymore.
I've been doing spots. I've been doing new stuff and it hits and I'm like, oh, that bit hit? Interesting.
Well, I've done nothing, as you know. I've been doing this night work.
Yeah.
Where the Cut King works.
What room are you doing?
It's BJ Connolly's room at Wollongabba, the cave thing.
That bastard hasn't booked me. I just realised.
Oh,
I'm very
shit.
friendly to that weasel.
No, he's a weasel.
He is weaselly.
He's great. He's weaselly. I love that.
He's great.
Yeah, he's great. He's asexual. He doesn't want to fuck anyone.
No, that's why he makes so many posts about it.
Yeah.
He's very...
Yeah, I don't even masturbate.
Yeah.
Well, you should, man. It'll shrink your head.
That'll fix it.
Yeah, you should whack off. Oh, man. I don't whack off a lot, but I got to admit, I've been whacking off some. God, I'm lonely.
Man, 8 months. 8 months of doing nothing. There's no shows. You can't go to the goddamn movies and whack off. You got to do it at home.
Oh, no. I still go to the movies.
Oh, you still go to the movies since they opened up?
Absolutely. I can tell you. People are complaining, my popcorn's not salty enough. I'm like, give me a minute.
Yeah.
Give me a minute. Sort you out. Yeah, so I'm sending people stuff. The latest one was the idea that it was like, I get confused, Jack. I get confused and I don't know what to do. And I'll take a deal, I'll take a deal. I'll say, I'll agree to something, not really understanding the terms and the conditions. I don't really understand the deal, the terms of the deal. And then I act like I do my part. And it can be confusing. It can be very, very embarrassing when I act on situations that I don't fully understand. It can be very embarrassing. Like the time I sucked a donkey's dick for a carrot. And at the time... it was very frustrating to me that the donkey was being paid $1,000 to let me do it.
You get a carrot.
Yeah. You're like, what's the donkey going to do with all that money? So I thought that was very funny, and I thought it was very clear what was going on.
Yeah.
Right? My confusion, but it's funny because I've still agreed to suck the donkey's dick, even though I think I'm only getting a carrot.
Yeah. I mean, look, the economy's in a shambles. You got to do...
Right.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that's a funny joke.
Sure.
I'm sending it to people. They're like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Now, is it them or me? Because I would say that's a pretty straightforward joke.
You're very stupid if you don't get it. I get if you don't find it particular. I mean...
well, now I'm not going to say who I sent it to.
You can see where it's going. I feel.
Yeah.
But
It's like the same old suck a donkey's dick for virtually no reason. That's
it's a very basic
it's a
joke.
standard
It's
joke.
just a classic schoolyard.
Donkey
great,
dick, horse dick, elephant dick, dude's dick.
top 100 joke.
It's just, yeah. I've sucked a dick and all I got was this lousy t-shirt. Like, that's the joke, right?
Yeah, I heard. I don't have any time to drink to fucking eat shit and piss.
Right.
It tastes awful. I didn't save any time. You know, that kind of shit.
Yeah.
I forget what it was. I think it was a Finbar Martinez joke. I'm a big fan of that joke. I forget what it was, but it was very funny.
The Servo Pie crew.
I haven't been writing jokes. I've been writing films. Novel. I've seen Marvel. They've been improving. They've been, producing a lot of stuff. Yeah, a lot of people are getting behind them. The Marvel and DC and the kind of superhero movies.
Yeah.
I figured I got to get on board.
Oh yeah, you want to write something?
I want to write something. I got struck with a bit of inspiration last week when I saw some fireproof equipment. Like a fireproof blanket.
Okay.
And basically, the idea is it's a kid. It's like a 16-year-old, like a Peter Parker kind of age. He goes to
Spider-Man age.
Yeah, Spider-Man age. Adolescent.
Yeah.
He goes to a mentally disabled institution. A special school. And then eventually he gets bitten by a fire ant.
Okay.
He gets bitten by a fire ant while he's in the yard eating sand. And
right.
And then eventually he gains powers. Not only can he transform into an ant, but he's also completely invincible to fire. He cannot be harmed by fire anymore.
Okay.
And that's where the blanket comes into play, because he's called Fire Retard Ant. So I'm sending that to some studios.
Yeah, I like that. Fire Retard Ant. Yeah. Very, very good. Yeah, I mean, he's going to withstand all sorts of explosions and shit.
Yeah.
He's overtaken the cockroach. They say a cockroach is the only thing that'll survive like a nuclear holocaust.
That's true.
Yeah. So now you got I don't know. I like that, man.
They're built like firefighters. They're built like the best firefighters. If you see a firefighter that is built like a mentally disabled person, you're in safe hands.
Yeah.
They'll carry you straight out. They'll throw you out on the trampoline. The thing.
All these calendars are all bullshit. There's no handsome firemen that are any good. They're posers. They don't want to burn their pretty little faces.
Right.
I want an ugly fire. If possible, a firefighter whose face is just melting off from previous fires where he saved people.
He gets the job done.
That guy's got nothing to lose. He'll come in and save you.
And he'll fuck you.
After.
That's what the calendar's for, I'm guessing.
The whole point of being a firefighter is you get to fuck the victims after. Plus the ones who survive, you fuck them too.
They traded dental for that.
Right.
You get the choice. Right. You get the perks.
Yeah, absolutely. If you save, that's why they always save the pretty girls first. They always the whole
true.
idea of putting the ladies on lifeboats, like women and children first, is because that's who these people want to fuck.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They don't want to fuck me.
That's true. Yeah, you're getting left behind.
And what are you going to do in that situation? Here I am, burning building. I'm hiding in the corner because the heat is just encroaching on me. I'm holding my 2 children. A firefighter breaks down the door. He says, "Give me your kids." You're like, all right. I mean,
well, what are you going to do?
You're like, I'm going to save him. Grabs the children, walks off, mutters under his breath, and fuck him. And you're like,
He did save him.
He did save him, right?
Well, the testing facility in the firefighting training is you go into a house, it's burning down. There's like a 45-year-old gentleman, kind of heavy set. He's just lying on the floor. He's passed out. He's very easily accessible to save. And then behind a door, there's debris falling. Yep. There's just like an 8.
Oh.
So you've got to make the decision whether or not you want to go through the debris and fuck around and spend some real time. You've got to put some blood, sweat, and tears into saving this woman.
Yeah.
Or, save Greg.
Fuck Greg.
Fuck Greg. And if you say fuck Greg, you're in. And then you get on the calendar. I don't want to buy another firefighter calendar that doesn't have someone that looks like Shane Gillis on it. That's where I stand.
You want the Gillis aesthetic in the house.
I need an ape with an axe.
I'm looking at your calendar up here. It's off camera. You can't see it. But there's, I think it's Men with Dogs.
Men with Dogs? 5 Men with Dogs?
Richard and William. Which one's Richard? Which one's William? There's a man. He's a brunette man. He's very, very handsome. He's
kind of a John Hamm type.
Yeah, he's looking off. Yeah, he is a John Hamm type. He's looking off into the distance. His dog is looking with him. And I think that straight after this picture was taken, he definitely had sex with that animal.
Well, the dog's one of the ones he saved and fucked. That's how he got it.
Oh yeah, can you imagine that? They're all sitting around in the fire department. They're all sitting there. Holy shit! There's a call come in. There's a fire down at the RSPCA dog shelter. Fuck! All right, boys. Let's go save ourselves some bitches.
Woo!
Wee!
Yeah.
Fuck yeah! Hook up the trailer onto the fire engine.
Yeah, get the tear-away fire pants.
Can you imagine that after party? Good God, y'all.
Firefighter parties must be wild. The Christmas party at a fireplace.
How many girls do you have to save as a firefighter when, like, if it's around Christmas time, you have, like, the Christmas firefighter, ball or whatever, and then you got all the women that you've saved coming to the party. It's like, yeah, come on. Yeah, we're having a party. Come on. They turn up. They're going to put out wholesale. You've saved them.
That's true.
If I were married and I had kids and a firefighter, like a good-looking one, like Ham, turned up, he put out the fire, he saved our lives, I would let him fuck my children and my wife.
It's a solid trade.
It'd be like, you know what? You saved them.
It's a very Middle Eastern trade.
You saved them. You can fuck them.
Yeah.
Right? But not me.
It's the opposite
Not
of you
me.
break it, you buy it.
Yeah, you saved
You
it.
save it, you fuck it.
That's right. You
Yeah.
imagine, this is a conversation that I would like to get the Cut King on.
Right.
I just call him King now.
The king.
Around work.
Yeah.
Just King. I see him. He's graduated to the forklift now. He drives the forklift.
Oh, hey.
I see him. I'm like, yo, King. And he's always just looks back at me sort of like this. He looks back at me like, he does this. He goes, hey. It's like, don't, King.
I saw someone doing the finger inside the pussy motion yesterday. I haven't seen that since I was like,
Who's doing that?
12? I'm bringing it back to you. It's a funny thing to do with your hands.
How's your weekend? Great.
Yeah.
Well, can we get King back on?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, how many stories has he got backed up? Does he need to develop some new
Dude, I
developments?
reckon we could have done 2 hours with King.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of material. He has, I think this weekend is asking his girlfriend for marriage.
Oh, my goodness.
What sort of a woman marries King?
Who can tame the king?
No one.
He's handing over the leash.
He told me that he has threesomes every other week with her and whoever, because he goes to clubs and he just stands there and women just approach him and he's like, yeah, I'll just be standing there minding my own business. You know how he talks.
Yeah, he's very
I'm just
desirable.
standing there. He's a beautiful man. He's standing there. He's like, I'm just standing there minding my own business. And girls, young girls, 19, 18-year-old girls, they come up to me. They're like, hey, would you fuck me? And I'm just sort of like, oh, all right.
Let me check the calendar.
Oh, I bet you my missus has to be in on it too. Yeah, that's all right. Take me home. Oh, okay. That's what he says to me.
Well, he gets recognised all the time from the fame that he got because he was in all those drink driving campaigns.
Right.
He's the guy that the fucking big Kiwis always like, you don't do it, bro.
Don't do it, bro.
Give me your keys.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let you do it. And then he's like,
You drink and drive. You're a bloody idiot.
and then he goes, I fucked your wife and I'm taking your car.
That's
Give
absolutely
me your
right.
keys.
Yeah. And if your house was on fire, I'd fuck your children. Would you at least put the fire out?
Nah.
Who's got not if I can reach him.
I'm a cat.
Not if I can reach in the window.
I don't work Sundays on my day off.
That's goddamn right. I'm the king. So King's, he's riding around. He loved being on the podcast. It's like his favorite thing
He's good at
ever.
it.
Dude, the guy's a natural.
Probably one of the best interviewees we've ever had.
Man, I told him how popular the episode was. He absolutely loves it. So I'll ask you right here, right now, can we get the King back?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we should have a buffer. But
Yeah, we're buffering now.
Yeah.
I think King, without King, we're finished.
you think King is the secret sauce?
I think King's the secret sauce.
He's the Big Mac
If you're
sauce.
listening, Cut King, Roger, Rodney, whatever your name is, we love you and we want you back.
If you like the episodes, let us know. If you feel like
if you want
King back,
King, say you want King.
yeah, comment on our shit, send us a message.
Yeah. We do that, but they already have. They already bring back King.
The votes are in. It's American Idol.
Did you see that video of him hitting dingers?
Oh,
Just
man.
smashing balls, smashing balls.
Happy Gilmore of baseball.
I've forgotten his fucking name because now I just call him King.
Yeah, it's just King.
Whatever it is,
Rodney. Yeah, I don't
Roger.
know.
I don't know. He was great though. Ronald.
Ronald?
Ron. Yeah, Ron.
Yeah.
That's his name. Yeah, Ronald. Ronald something.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, and he smashes baseballs and women in front of their boyfriends and husbands.
Do you think he's ever used a baseball bat as any sort of a
Sexual tool?
paraphernalia? Yeah,
Definitely not. But if we suggest it to him, he'll say that he did.
that's true.
It's the King.
And he may. Eventually.
Man,
He'll be going through his tool cabinet and he'll be
Right.
saying, well, what are we using today?
I'm so impressed by King. He's like a celebrity at work now.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone loves him. Most of them have listened to the podcast. So anyway, the people who work there with me know that they do. So a shout out to all the whole crew over there at the thing. You're wonderful people. I won't be there much longer, and you all will remain.
Dipping out.
Yeah,
Moving on
but
to greener pastures.
Yeah, I do have to move on, but the rest of you will remain working there for, I would imagine, quite some time, maybe the rest of your lives. And hello and goodbye.
Good luck.
Good luck. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Good luck. Yeah. But I will be there next week. So yeah.
But to reiterate, I'll see you at 8.
I'll see you at 8. There's a Christmas party,
Yes.
and we'd love to have you, Jack.
Really?
You could come to the Christmas
I would love
party.
to come to the Christmas party.
You can come to the Christmas party.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. It's well, we'll talk
I
about
don't
it.
know.
We'll talk
Yeah.
details. Yeah.
I intend on going to my ex-workplace's Christmas party. I'm just gonna. I still got some mates at work there. I'm gonna give them a
Yep.
ring. Catch up.
Will the bean fucker?
Yeah, a beanfucker I'll give. Well, he doesn't have a mobile, so I've got to
Right.
call his mate, and I'll say, hey,
He doesn't have a phone.
doesn't have a phone, doesn't have the internet, doesn't have like Ozstar or anything. He's got a TV with the free-to-air,
What an
and
interesting
that's
fella.
it. That's his entertainment.
Wow.
You can't contact him. He has a home phone. That's how you contact him, or send a
Right.
letter.
Who answers that phone?
Like typically his dad, I suppose, because he lives with his dad.
How old is this man?
55, something like that.
Son
maybe
of
50.
a bitch.
Kissless virgin. Maybe not kissless. Definitely a virgin, but assumed kissless.
Kissless virgin? That's the thing. Never been kissed.
Never been kissed. Hasn't left the Red Cliff Peninsula in over 20 years.
Man, it's a miracle that women would even want to kiss a man.
Isn't it something?
Ah, couldn't
Yeah.
be happier. Good on them. God bless them, idiots.
Yeah, you ever just get man stench? You just detect a man around you, and you're like,
There's a guy at work. I call him Stinky. He, oh man, he fucking stinks, man. Nice kid, but man, he fucking smells bad. And I got this bump on my head giving him shit. So there's this English guy, this older English guy, Martin. Shout out Martin. He probably doesn't have the internet either, but lovely old British guy. And I have just a bottle of water, right? Like a bottle of water from McDonald's, like plastic bottle.
like a little pump or something. Yeah.
Yeah. And I drink the water out of that. And he's British, and he's like, oh mate, I wouldn't drink out of that. You'll die. You'll get cancer. That it seeps into the water, It leaks into it, and then you'll get sick. You'll get cancer. After 10 years, it's like eating 10 of those bottles. After 10 years, you've eaten 20 of them. I was like, you just said 10. He's
I feel like eating 2 bottles a year isn't that bad, right?
That's what I reckon. He's like, it leaches into the water, mate. You'll die. Right?
I could eat 2 bottles a year.
I could do that.
Yeah.
I'm putting worse shit in my body. There's no
True.
doubt. Anyway, so he's badgering me with it. He's like, I filter my water at home. I filter it and then I bring it here in this flask. It's a handy flask. You can get it at the Coles. Why don't
And
you
then if he runs out of water, he just dies?
No, he's got to go and get some more from up the... He gets to go for a little walk, a little break to get more water.
Great.
He's like, why don't you get one, mate? It's cheap as you get from Coles. And I'm like, I won't get one, mate. And he's like, you should, because you'll die of cancer. And I'm like, all right. So anyway, I get the flask, right? I get the flask. He sees it. He's like, good one, mate. That's good. You'll live longer now. Thank you, Martin. Anyway, I'm working on this.
I hope he gets hit by a truck. not because of the
fucking
contents
say
of his
that.
character, just because he's trying so hard
hard
to stay
to not
alive.
get cancer,
and when
yeah.
you see those dudes, you're like, he's fucked. Something's going to happen there.
Exactly. So I'm working on this conveyor belt with Stinky, and I'm giving him shit because he's drinking out of a water bottle, a plastic water bottle, and I've got my flask. I start doing an impression of Martin. I'm just like, oh, you'll die from cancer with that, mate. You die. It leaks into the water. Leaks into the water. You'll die. You'll get cancer. That's like eating 10 bottles. In 10 years, you've eaten 10 bottles. You heard what I said. 20 bottles. He's like, fuck off. And I'm like, why don't you have a flask like mine? What do you pour? And he's like, fuck off. Anyway, so then I take a drink of it. I go to put it down like under the conveyor belt. And I go down and I just smash my fucking head on the thing. I got this big bloody, it was like a golf ball. And this kid's looking at me like this wide-eyed. He's like trying not to. I'm like, it's all right, Stinky. You can laugh. He's like, that was so very funny. Yeah, fuck you.
The good on you for giving the permission. That's such a
you got-
noble thing. Not many people do that. They're worried about themselves.
Well, it was funny.
It is funny.
And it was that instant karma that people love. Like I was hanging out with Riley today. Well, I saw Riley in West End. my new housemate, and she was saying that for whatever reason, because I was saying, like, why is it funny when I hurt myself? It's the funniest thing. Like, you and your dickhead friends, you find it so funny. If I hurt myself, it's
Women
like the
love
funniest
watching
thing.
people hurt themselves. It's
But me specifically, and she said it's like your ego. You give everyone so much shit. You're so like proud of yourself or pleased with yourself, and you're such a judgmental person that when you hurt yourself, it's like 10 times funnier than if someone else. And I'm like, what? Who am I judging? Why do you think that? It's very, very frustrating. People have this idea of me that I judge. You know, and
it's like when Trump was like
kind
of waddling down the stairs, trying not to fall.
I remember that.
That was hilarious.
That was very funny.
Headlines because it's him. He's a big man, and now he's scared of the steps.
The best stairs, the best.
Yeah. I got the best feet.
Yeah.
They hold me up. I can walk.
Is he even still around, or is he gone? What's the go? Is he refusing to leave? What's up with him?
He had a press conference today, which was very funny.
Right.
He was talking about the transition of power, but not in a way that he admitted defeat. He was like, "We'll be moving forward with the government, whichever government that may be. Time will tell."
Time will tell.
Like, dog,
he's out though.
you're
right?
out.
He's out.
I've lost my money. I'm upset about it. I put some money on the tee.
Yeah.
I'm down $40.
Oh, 40's not bad. How much money do you think the king put on it? I think he put $3,000 on it.
Damn, on T-Dog.
Yeah.
Shit.
He's got that kind of dough. Baseball money.
Baseball money.
Wow.
Yeah, baseball money definitely deserves to go on a sports bet account for Trump.
That's true.
That's where baseball money goes.
Yeah. Well, he's one of those guys. We're done. Thank you for. I'm glad you like the phone.
Phone's great.
I think what you've done with your car is ridiculous, and you should dial it back.
Maybe. What should you reckon? I should make it legal?
No, not legal. It should
Okay.
be illegal. Drive
should be
around
illegal.
illegal for a little bit.
Oh, for a bit, yeah.
Anything to add?
No, get BC Racing coilovers. If you can afford it, a fantastic product.
Thanks,
for your car.
everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Watch out and you'll find out what they got to